Question 1. What does a triangular sign generally indicate? A warning about services ahead. B. A warning of a hazard ahead. C. A mandatory instruction. D. A prohibition or restriction. Answers is B. A warning of a hazard ahead. Triangular signs are warning signs, indicating a hazard ahead that drivers should be aware of. This allows drivers time to react appropriately. Question 2. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop behind the white line. C. Give way to traffic on left. D. Give way to traffic on right. Answers is B. Stop behind the white line. This sign indicates stop and give way. You must stop completely at the white line, even if there is no traffic, and only proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 3. What is the primary purpose of this sign? A. No overtaking. B. Speed limit 25. C. End of restrictions. D. No entry. Answers is A. No overtaking. This circular sign with a red border and a diagonal line through two cars indicates that overtaking is prohibited for all motor vehicles. It's used where it would be unsafe to overtake. Question 4. What does this blue circular sign indicate? A. One-way street ahead. B. No U-turns. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Parking zone. Answers is C. Roundabout ahead. Blue circular signs are mandatory signs. This particular sign indicates A or the approach to a regular roundabout, meaning you must give way to traffic from the right. Question 5. What is the meaning of this sign? A. End of speed limit. B. Motorway ahead. C. Tourist attraction. D. Bus lane. Answers is B. Motorway ahead. This blue rectangular sign with a white road symbol indicates the start of a motorway. Motorways have specific rules and higher speed limits. Question 6. What should you do if you encounter a red traffic light at a junction? A. Proceed if the way is clear. B. Stop before the stop line. C. Turn left if safe to do so. D. Slow down and prepare to stop. Answers is B. Stop before the stop line. A red traffic light means you must stop behind the white stop line. You should not proceed until the light changes to green, unless directed otherwise by a police officer. Question 7. What does a broken white line in the middle of the road mean? A. You may cross it if safe. B. No overtaking at any time. C. Emergency stopping only. D. Keep to the left side only. Answers is A. You may cross it if safe. A broken white line marks the center of the road and means you may cross it to overtake or turn, provided it is safe to do so and you will not endanger other road users. Question 8. When are you allowed to use the hard shoulder on a motorway? A. To overtake slow vehicles. B. In an emergency or breakdown. C. To make a phone call. D. When traffic is very heavy. Answers is B. In an emergency or breakdown. The hard shoulder on a motorway is reserved for breakdowns or when directed by emergency services. Using it for any other purpose is illegal and dangerous. Question 9. What is the legal minimum tread depth for car tires in the A. 10 m, B. 16 m, C. 20 m, D. 25 m? Answers is B, 1/6 mu. The legal minimum tread depth for car tires across the central 3/4 of the tread pattern, around the entire circumference, is 1/6 mu. Insufficient tread depth is illegal and dangerous. Question 10. What does this sign mean for heavy goods vehicles? A. No entry for goods vehicles. B. Weight limit ahead. C. Goods vehicles only. D. Parking for goods vehicles. Answers is A. No entry for goods vehicles. This red circular sign with a lorry symbol indicates that goods vehicles are prohibited from entering. This often applies to roads unsuitable for large vehicles or to reduce traffic in certain areas. Question 11. What should you do when approaching this warning sign? A. Maintain current speed. B. Slow down and be prepared. C. Speed up to clear quickly. D. Change lanes immediately. Answers is B. Slow down and be prepared. This triangular warning sign indicates an uneven road surface ahead. You should slow down to maintain control and avoid damage to your vehicle, especially if carrying passengers. Question 12. What does this sign instruct you to do? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight ahead. C. No entry. D. Stop for inspection. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead. Blue circular signs are mandatory. This sign with a straight arrow means proceed straight ahead, indicating the only permitted direction of travel at a junction or along a particular lane. Question 13. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. Pedestrian zone. D. Footpath only. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This triangular warning sign shows a person on a zebra crossing, indicating a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop for pedestrians. Question 14. What is the primary meaning of this sign? A. Stop immediately. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. C. Priority for you. D. Motorway exit. Answers is B. Give way to oncoming traffic. The give way sign is a priority sign. It means you must give way to traffic on the main road before joining or crossing it, and only proceed when it is safe to do so without causing others to slow down or stop. Question 15. What does this sign prohibit? A. No U-turn. B. No overtaking. C. Turn left only. D. No stopping. Answers is A. No U-turn. This red circular sign with a U-turn arrow crossed out prohibits making a U-turn. This is typically placed where U-turns would be dangerous, block traffic, or are otherwise undesirable. Question 16. When parking on a public road at night, what must your car have if the speed limit is over 30? A. Interior lights on. B. Parking lights on. C. On full beam. D. Hazard warning lights on. Answers is B. Parking lights on. If the speed limit is over 30, you must leave your parking lights on when parking on a public road at night, unless it's in a parking bay or entirely off the road. In a 30 limit, if there are street lights, you generally don't need them on. Question 17. What is a box junction designed to prevent? A. Right turns. B. Traffic blocking the junction. C. Speeding. D. Pedestrian crossings. Answers is B. Traffic blocking the junction. A box junction has yellow lines. You must not enter the box until your exit road or lane is clear. You can enter and wait in the box only if you are turning right and your exit is blocked by oncoming traffic. Question 18. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway? A. Attempt to fix it yourself. B. Pull onto the hard shoulder. C. Stay in your lane and call. D. Walk to the next service area. Answers is B. Pull onto the hard shoulder. If your vehicle breaks down on a motorway, you should try to get to the hard shoulder or an emergency refuge area. Turn on your hazard warning lights, get out on the left side and stand clear of the vehicle, then call for help. Question 19. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Loose gravel. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This triangular warning sign indicates a steep ascent uphill gradient ahead. Drivers should be prepared to change to a lower gear to maintain power and speed up the incline. Question 20. What is the meaning of this priority sign? A. Give way to all traffic. B. You have priority over oncoming traffic. C. Oncoming traffic has priority. D. Priority for heavy goods vehicles. Answers is B. You have priority over oncoming traffic. This rectangular blue sign with two arrows, one red pointing up and one white pointing down, means you have priority over oncoming traffic. This is often used on narrow sections of road. Question 21. What does this sign restrict? A. Max speed limit 50. B. Minimum speed 50. C. Recommended speed 50. D. Distance to next town 50. Answers is A. Max speed limit 50. This red circular sign with 50 indicates a maximum speed limit of 50 or depending on context, but typically exceeding this speed is illegal. Question 22. What action is mandatory when seeing this sign? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right. C. No right turn. D. U-turn only. Answers is B. Turn right. This blue circular sign with a right arrow is a mandatory sign, meaning you must turn right. These signs are often used to guide traffic flow, especially at junctions. Question 23. What does this information sign indicate? A. End of one-way. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. Dual carriageway. Answers is B. One-way road. This blue rectangular sign with a white arrow pointing up indicates a one-way road. All traffic must travel in the direction of the arrow. This helps improve traffic flow and safety. Question 24. What should you do before making a U-turn? A. Speed up to make it fast. B. Check for clear visibility. C. Signal right and proceed. D. Ignore oncoming traffic. Answers is B. Check for clear visibility. Before making a U-turn, you must ensure the road is wide enough, visibility is clear, and there are no prohibitive signs. You must also check for oncoming traffic and traffic from behind, and signal clearly. Question 25. What does a single continuous white line at the side of the road signify? A. Edge of the carriageway. B. Parking prohibited. C. Bus lane. D. Cycle lane. Answers is A. Edge of the carriageway. A single continuous white line at the side of the road marks the edge of the carriageway, separating it from the hard shoulder, verge, or pavement. It is not an indication of parking restrictions. Question 26. When approaching a zebra crossing, what should you do if pedestrians are waiting to cross? A. Flash headlights to proceed. B. Stop and let them cross. C. Slow down and continue. D. Sound horn to warn them. Answers is B. Stop and let them cross. At a zebra crossing, you must give way to pedestrians who are on the crossing. If they are waiting to cross, you should stop to allow them to do so. Failing to give way is an offense. Question 27. Why is it dangerous to drive with tires? A. They cause engine damage. B. Grip and control. C. They increase fuel efficiency. D. They make the car quieter. Answers is B. Grip and control. Tires reduce the contact patch with the road, leading to grip, poor handling, and increased risk of skidding or loss of control, especially when braking or cornering. They also increase fuel consumption and tire wear. Question 28. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Road hump or speed bump. B. Steep hill ahead. C. Road narrows. D. Uneven road surface. Answers is A. Road hump or speed bump. This triangular warning sign depicts a road hump or speed bump. You should slow down when you see this sign to avoid discomfort or damage to your vehicle, especially if carrying passengers. Question 29. What does this priority sign indicate? A. End of priority road. B. You are on a priority road. C. Give way to traffic. D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. You are on a priority road. This yellow sign with a white border indicates that you are on a priority road. This means traffic on side roads will have give way or stop signs and should give way to you. Question 30. What does this sign prohibit? A. No parking. B. No entry for vehicles. C. Stop ahead. D. One-way street. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles. This red circular sign with a white horizontal bar is the no entry sign. It prohibits all vehicles from entering the road or lane from that direction. It is commonly found at exits of one-way streets. Question 31. What must you do at this sign? A. Turn left. B. Turn right. C. Go straight. D. No left turn. Answers is A. Turn left. This blue circular sign with a left arrow is a mandatory sign, meaning you must turn left. These signs are used to control traffic flow and direct drivers along specific routes. Question 32. What does this information sign indicate? A. Road for motor vehicles. B. Motorway ahead. C. No motor vehicles. D. Parking for motorbikes. Answers is A. Road for motor vehicles. This blue rectangular sign indicates a road for motor vehicles, meaning only motor vehicles are permitted to use it. Cyclists, pedestrians, and vehicles are generally prohibited. Question 33. When is it acceptable to overtake on the left? A. Always on a dual carriageway. B. In slow-moving queues. C. When the driver ahead slows. D. Only if there's an emergency. Answers is B. In slow-moving queues. You can overtake on the left in slow-moving traffic queues if the vehicles in your lane are moving faster than those in the lane to your right. Also, if you are turning left and the vehicle ahead is turning right. Question 34. What is the primary danger when driving in heavy rain? A. Engine overheating. B. Visibility and aquaplaning. C. Increased fuel consumption. D. Tire punctures. Answers is B. Visibility and aquaplaning. Heavy rain severely reduces visibility, making it harder to see other road users and hazards. It also increases the risk of aquaplaning, where tires lose contact with the road surface, leading to a loss of control. Question 35. What is the primary purpose of braking systems ABS? A. Prevent wheels from locking. B. Reduce stopping distances always. C. Improve engine performance. D. Increase tire grip on ice. Answers is A. Prevent wheels from locking. ABS helps prevent the wheels from locking up during heavy braking, allowing the driver to maintain steering control. It may not always reduce stopping distances, especially on loose surfaces, but it improves. Question 36. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Quayside or riverbank ahead. B. Steep descent. C. Tunnel entrance. D. Bridge closed. Answers is A. Quayside or riverbank ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates an embankment, quayside or riverbank ahead, meaning there is a risk of driving into water. You should proceed with caution and be prepared to stop. Question 37. What does this sign mean for oncoming traffic? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. One-way traffic. D. Two-way traffic ahead. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. This red circular sign with arrows, where the red arrow points towards you, means that oncoming traffic has priority. You must give way to any vehicles coming from the opposite direction. Question 38. What does this sign prohibit? A. No stopping. B. No parking. C. No entry. D. Keep moving. Answers is A. No stopping. This red circular sign with a diagonal cross indicates no stopping. You must not stop at any time for any reason, not even to pick up or drop off passengers, unless instructed to by a police officer or in an emergency. Question 39. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Proceed straight or turn right. B. Proceed straight only. C. Turn right only. D. No right turn. Answers is A. Proceed straight or turn right. This blue circular sign with arrows indicates that you must either proceed straight ahead or turn right. These signs are crucial for directing traffic at complex junctions. Question 40. What does this information sign indicate? A. Reversible lane road. B. One-way street. C. Dual carriageway. D. Emergency lane. Answers is A. Reversible lane road. This blue rectangular sign indicates a reversible lane road, where the direction of traffic in one or more lanes can change at different times of the day, usually controlled by overhead signals. Question 41. What should you do if your phone rings while driving? A. Answer using a hands-free. B. Ignore it or pull over safely. C. Answer quickly and hang up. D. Ask a passenger to answer. Answers is B. Ignore it or pull over safely. It is illegal and dangerous to use a handheld phone while driving. Even using a hands-free device can be distracting. The safest option is to ignore the call or pull over safely to a legal parking spot before answering. Question 42. What is the purpose of reflective studs on motorways? A. To indicate parking spots. B. To help visibility at night. C. To mark emergency exits. D. To reduce vehicle speed. Answers is B. To help visibility at night. Reflective studs cat's eyes are embedded in the road surface to reflect light from headlights, improving visibility of lane markings, especially in bad weather or at night. Different colors indicate different parts of the road. Question 43. When is it safe to proceed after a vehicle has passed you at a ford? A. Immediately after it passes. B. Once the water settles. C. Only if your vehicle is. D. After checking tire pressure. Answers is B. Once the water settles. When a vehicle passes through a ford, it can create a wake of water. You should wait for the water to settle to accurately judge the depth and ensure a clear passage, preventing unnecessary risk. Question 44. What does this warning sign warn about? A. Slippery road ahead. B. Uneven surface. C. Road closed. D. Water on road. Answers is A. Slippery road ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates a slippery road surface ahead. You should reduce your speed, avoid harsh braking or acceleration, and increase your following distance, especially in wet or icy conditions. Question 45. What does this sign mean at a junction? A. You are on a priority road. B. End of priority road. C. Give way ahead. D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. End of priority road. This yellow sign with a black diagonal stripe indicates the end of priority road. After this sign, you will no longer have priority over traffic from side roads, and standard junction rules apply. Question 46. What does this sign prohibit? A. No stopping. B. No parking. C. No entry. D. No waiting. Answers is B. No parking. This red circular sign with a single diagonal line indicates no parking. You may stop to pick up or drop off passengers, but you cannot park your vehicle and leave it unattended. Question 47. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Proceed straight or turn left. B. Turn left only. C. Proceed straight only. D. No left turn. Answers is A. Proceed straight or turn left. This blue circular sign with arrows indicates that you must either proceed straight ahead or turn left. Pay close attention at junctions to avoid confusion and ensure safe navigation. Question 48. What does this sign signify on a road? A. Road with public transport lane. B. Motorway ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. Parking zone. Answers is A. Road with public transport lane. This blue rectangular sign indicates a road with a lane, specifically for public transport vehicles like buses or trams. Drivers of other vehicles should be aware of and respect these lanes. Question 49. What is the correct procedure for using a pelican crossing? A. Drive through if clear. B. Stop on red, wait for green. C. Flashlights to pedestrians. D. Always stop even on green. Answers is B. Stop on red, wait for green. At a pelican crossing, you must stop when the red light shows. When the green light shows, you can proceed, but you must still give way to any pedestrians who are still on the crossing. Flashing amber means give way to pedestrians. Question 50. Why should you check your mirrors frequently while driving? A. To adjust your hair. B. To be aware of surroundings. C. To see if passengers are okay, D. To ensure your lights work. Answers is B. To be aware of surroundings. Regularly checking your mirrors allows you to be aware of traffic behind and to the sides, anticipating potential hazards, especially before changing speed, direction, or turning. This helps maintain a safe driving environment. Question 51. What is meant by tailgating and why is it dangerous? A. Following closely to save fuel. B. Following too closely, no braking space. C. Driving behind a large vehicle. D. Turning quickly around a corner. Answers is B. Following too closely, no braking space. Tailgating is driving too close to the vehicle in front, leaving insufficient braking distance. It's dangerous because it significantly reduces reaction time, increases the risk of a collision, and can intimidate the driver ahead. Question 52. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Loose gravel or chippings. B. Falling rocks. C. Uneven road. D. Ahead. Answers is A. Loose gravel or chippings. This triangular warning sign indicates loose gravel, chippings, or stones on the road surface. You should reduce speed to avoid skidding and to prevent stones from being thrown up and damaging other vehicles. Question 53. What does this priority sign indicate? A. Stop at junction. B. Give way to traffic. C. Priority over traffic. D. Turn right ahead. Answers is B. Give way to traffic. The give way sign is a priority sign. It means you must give way to traffic on the main road before joining or crossing it, and only proceed when it is safe to do so without causing others to slow down or stop. Question 54. What does this sign prohibit? A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. No U-turn. D. Turn right only. Answers is A. No right turn. This red circular sign with a right arrow crossed out prohibits making a right turn. This is often used at junctions where a right turn would be dangerous, illegal, or disruptive to traffic flow. Question 55. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Turn right or left. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. No turns allowed. Answers is A. Turn right or left. This blue circular sign with arrows indicates that you must either turn right or turn left. This type of sign is typically used at or other intersections where going straight is not an option. Question 56. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Of movement in lanes. B. Lane ends ahead. C. Lane for emergency vehicles. D. Speed limits for each lane. Answers is A. Of movement in lanes. This blue rectangular sign shows the directions of movement in specific lanes. It helps drivers position their vehicles correctly well in advance of a junction or complex road layout. Question 57. What should you do if your accelerator pedal sticks? A. Pump the pedal rapidly. B. Kick the pedal, engage neutral. C. Turn off the ignition immediately. D. Steer hard left and right. Answers is B. Kick the pedal, engage neutral. If your accelerator pedal sticks, try to kick it free. If it remains stuck, engage neutral or press the clutch manual to disengage the engine, then brake safely to A. Stop and turn off the engine. Question 58. What is the purpose of controlled parking zones? A. To encourage illegal parking. B. To manage parking demand. C. To provide free parking. D. To attract more traffic. Answers is B. To manage parking demand. Controlled parking zones are areas where parking is restricted to residents with permits or for limited times for paying visitors. They aim to reduce congestion, improve road safety, and manage parking demand. Question 59. What should you do if you hear an emergency vehicle siren behind you? A. Speed up to get out of the way. B. Pull over safely when possible. C. Ignore if in a busy lane. D. Stop immediately in lane. Answers is B. Pull over safely when possible. If an emergency vehicle approaches with sirens flashing lights, you must take appropriate action to let it pass. This usually means pulling over to the left safely and stopping, ensuring you do not block the vehicle. Question 60. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Dangerous hard shoulder. B. Narrow road. C. Ahead. D. Lane closure. Answers is A. Dangerous hard shoulder. This triangular warning sign indicates a dangerous or soft hard shoulder. You should avoid using the hard shoulder unless it's an emergency, and be aware that it may not be suitable for stopping or driving on. Question 61. What is the meaning of this sign? A. Give way. B. Stop and give way. C. Priority over traffic. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is B. Stop and give way. This sign indicates stop and give way. You must stop completely at the white line, even if there is no traffic, and only proceed when it is safe to do so without interfering with other road users. Question 62. What does this sign prohibit? A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Max speed limit for goods vehicles. D. Goods vehicles must keep left. Answers is A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This red circular sign with 2 indicates no overtaking for goods vehicles. It prohibits goods vehicles over 3.5 tons maximum laden weight from overtaking other motor vehicles. Question 63. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Pass obstacle on the right. B. Pass obstacle on the left. C. Go straight only. D. Stop for obstacle. Answers is A. Pass obstacle on the right. This blue circular sign with an arrow indicating a direction around an obstacle means you must pass the obstacle on the right side. This ensures safe passage around traffic islands or road features. Question 64. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Direction of movement in lane. B. Lane for emergency vehicles. C. End of lane. D. Lane closed ahead. Answers is A. Direction of movement in lane. This blue rectangular sign with a single arrow in a lane indicates the mandatory direction of movement for traffic in that specific lane. Drivers must follow the arrow's direction. Question 65. What is the minimum age to legally drive a car in the A. 16 years old. B. 17 years old. C. 18 years old. D. 21 years old. Answers is B. 17 years old. In the legal minimum age to drive a car is 17. You can apply for a provisional license at 16, but you cannot drive a car until you are 17, and then only with an approved instructor or supervising driver. Question 66. What does A line before A pedestrian crossing mean? A. Parking is allowed temporarily. B. No stopping or parking. C. Only. D. Emergency stopping area. Answers is B. No stopping or parking. White lines immediately before a pedestrian crossing mean no vehicle is allowed to stop, park, or wait at any time, for any reason. This is to ensure pedestrians and other road users have a clear view of the crossing. Question 67. What should you do if you accidentally take the wrong exit on a motorway? A. Reverse back onto motorway. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Stop and ask for directions. D. Make a U-turn on the slip road. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. It is illegal and extremely dangerous to reverse on a motorway or its slip roads. If you miss your exit, you must continue to the next exit and find a safe and legal way to turn around and rejoin your intended route. Question 68. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Falling rocks from the left. B. Rock climbing area. C. Steep hill ahead. D. Uneven road surface. Answers is A. Falling rocks from the left. This triangular warning sign indicates a risk of falling rocks from the side. You should be especially vigilant and watch for debris on the road, slowing down if necessary, especially in adverse weather conditions. Question 69. What is the meaning of this sign? A. Priority road. B. Give way. C. Stop. D. End of priority. Answers is A. Priority road. This yellow sign with a white border indicates that you are on a priority road. This means traffic from side roads should give way to you, but you should still drive cautiously. Question 70. What does this sign prohibit? A. No left turn. B. No right turn. C. No U-turn. D. Turn left only. Answers is A. No left turn. This red circular sign with a left arrow crossed out prohibits making a left turn. Drivers must follow alternative routes or continue straight through the junction. Question 71. What does this mandatory sign instruct? A. Pass obstacle on the left. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. Go straight only. D. Stop for obstacle. Answers is A. Pass obstacle on the left. This blue circular sign with an arrow indicating a direction around an obstacle means you must pass the obstacle on the left side. This is common at central islands or road furniture. Question 72. What does this sign indicate about road use? A. Lane use 1 lane. B. End of lane. C. Lane for slow vehicles. D. Lane closed. Answers is A. Lane use 1 lane. This blue rectangular sign with a single arrow in a lane indicates the mandatory direction of movement for traffic in that specific lane. Drivers must follow the arrow's direction. Question 73. What is the stopping distance of a vehicle? A. Distance driven in 1 second. B. Thinking distance plus braking distance. C. Distance to next hazard. D. Distance to a full stop. Answers is B. Thinking distance plus braking distance. Stopping distance is the total distance your vehicle travels from the moment you perceive a hazard to the moment the vehicle comes to a complete stop. It consists of thinking distance and braking distance. Question 74. What does a green light at a traffic signal indicate? A. Speed up to clear junction. B. Proceed if the way is clear. C. Turn left only. D. Wait for pedestrians. Answers is B. Proceed if the way is clear. A green light means you can go, but only if the way is clear and you will not cause an obstruction. You should always check for pedestrians and other vehicles before proceeding. Question 75. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Side wind ahead. B. Strong currents. C. Falling leaves. D. Windsurfing area. Answers is A. Side wind ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates a risk of strong side winds ahead. Drivers, especially those in vehicles or towing trailers, should grip the steering wheel firmly and be prepared for sudden gusts. Question 76. What does this sign typically indicate? A. No overtaking. B. End of speed limit. C. Keep left. D. No entry. Answers is A. No overtaking. This red circular sign with two cars indicates no overtaking. Drivers must not overtake other motor vehicles. This restriction is usually placed where it is unsafe to overtake, such as near bends or junctions. Question 77. What does this mandatory sign mean? A. Pass obstacle on either side. B. Pass obstacle on left only. C. Pass obstacle on right only. D. Stop for obstacle. Answers is A. Pass obstacle on either side. This blue circular sign indicates that you may pass an obstacle on either the left or the right side. This provides flexibility for drivers where space allows safe passage in both directions. Question 78. What does this sign tell you about the road? A. Lane use 2 lanes. B. Motorway exit. C. Two-way traffic. D. Lane for emergency. Answers is A. Lane use 2 lanes. This blue rectangular sign shows the mandatory or permitted movements for 2 lanes. Drivers should select the correct lane in advance, based on their intended direction of travel. Question 79. What should you do if your brake pedal suddenly feels spongy? A. Accelerate to dry brakes. B. Pump the pedal, seek help. C. Use the handbrake only. D. Continue driving slowly. Answers is B. Pump the pedal, seek help. A spongy brake pedal can indicate a problem with the braking system, such as air in the lines or fluid loss. Pump the pedal to try and build pressure, then use lower gears and the handbrake to slow down safely and get assistance immediately. Question 80. What does a continuous yellow line near the curb indicate? A. Parking for residents. B. No waiting at certain times. C. Free parking for 30 minutes. D. Emergency stopping only. Answers is B. No waiting at certain times. A single yellow line means no waiting during the times shown on nearby signs. This applies to stopping, even if you remain in your vehicle. Double yellow lines mean no waiting at any time. Question 81. What is the recommended following distance in good conditions? A. 1 car length. B. Rule. C. Lengths. D. Rule. Answers is B. Rule. The rule is a widely recommended minimum following distance in good, dry conditions. Choose a fixed point, and if you reach it less than 2 seconds after the vehicle in front, you are too close. Increase in poor conditions. Question 82. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Low-flying aircraft. B. Airport ahead. C. Windy conditions. D. Air traffic control. Answers is A. Low-flying aircraft. This triangular warning sign indicates that low-flying aircraft may be encountered, often near airfields or military zones. The noise can be distracting, and large aircraft can cause sudden gusts of wind. Question 83. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Minimum speed for motorcycles. D. Motorcycle parking. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This red circular sign with a motorcycle symbol indicates no entry for motorcycles. It means motorcycles are prohibited from entering that road or area. This might be for safety or noise control. Question 84. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Roundabout circular intersection. B. One-way traffic. C. Turn left ahead. D. No U-turn. Answers is A. Roundabout circular intersection. This blue circular sign with 3 arrows forming a circle indicates a roundabout ahead. You must give way to traffic already on the roundabout coming from your right, unless otherwise by road markings or signals. Question 85. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Lane use 3 lanes. B. Motorway services. C. 3 lanes ahead. D. Lane ends. Answers is A. Lane use 3 lanes. This blue rectangular sign shows the mandatory or permitted movements for 3 lanes. It is crucial for drivers to understand these signs to position themselves correctly for their intended route. Question 86. What does a give way sign imply about your right of way? A. You always have priority. B. You must yield to others. C. You can proceed slowly. D. Only yield to heavy traffic. Answers is B. You must yield to others. A give way sign, a triangle pointing down, means you must yield to traffic on the major road. You should be prepared to stop and only proceed when it is safe to do so without interfering with other road users. Question 87. What is the primary risk of driving too slowly? A. It saves fuel. B. It can frustrate others, cause queues. C. It prevents accidents. D. It helps the engine cool down. Answers is B. It can frustrate others, cause queues. While excessive speed is dangerous, driving too slowly can also be hazardous. It can cause impatience and frustration for other drivers, leading to risky overtaking maneuvers and increased congestion, potentially causing accidents. Question 88. What is the primary danger of driving with worn shock absorbers? A. Increased fuel consumption. B. Control and longer braking. C. Faster tire wear only. D. Engine rattles. Answers is B. Control and longer braking. Worn shock absorbers severely reduce your control of the vehicle, especially on uneven roads or when cornering. They also make your braking distance significantly longer, increasing the risk of a collision. Question 89. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Junction with minor road. B. Major road ahead. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Dual carriageway. Answers is A. Junction with minor road. This triangular warning sign indicates a junction with a minor road joining from the right. You should be aware of potential traffic merging or crossing from this side road. Question 90. What does this sign mean for vehicle movement? A. End of no overtaking restriction. B. No overtaking ahead. C. Begin overtaking zone. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is A. End of no overtaking restriction. This white circular sign with a black diagonal stripe indicates the end of no overtaking restriction. This means it is now permissible to overtake, provided it is safe and legal to do so. Question 91. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Movement of passenger cars only. B. No entry for cars. C. Car parking area. D. Ahead. Answers is A. Movement of passenger cars only. This blue circular sign with a car symbol indicates that the road or lane is for the movement of passenger cars only. Other vehicle types may be prohibited. Question 92. What does this sign indicate? A. Beginning of additional lane left. B. Lane ends left. C. Left turn only. D. Road narrows left. Answers is A. Beginning of additional lane left. This blue rectangular sign indicates the beginning of an additional lane on the left side of the road. This usually means the road is widening, offering more capacity for traffic. Question 93. What should you do if a pedestrian steps into the road unexpectedly? A. Sound horn and continue. B. Brake sharply and stop. C. Steer around them quickly. D. Accelerate past them. Answers is B. Brake sharply and stop. If a pedestrian steps into the road unexpectedly, your priority is to avoid a collision. Brake sharply and safely and be prepared to stop. Swerving might put you or others at greater risk. Question 94. What does a flashing amber light on a pelican crossing mean? A. Stop and wait for green. B. Give way to pedestrians, then go. C. Proceed with caution. D. Pedestrians must not cross. Answers is B. Give way to pedestrians, then go. A flashing amber light at a pelican crossing means you must give way to any pedestrians still on the crossing. If the crossing is clear, you may proceed with caution, even if the light is still flashing amber. Question 95. What is the purpose of a catalytic converter in a car? A. Increase engine power. B. Reduce harmful emissions. C. Improve fuel economy. D. Cool the engine. Answers is B. Reduce harmful emissions. A catalytic converter is part of the exhaust system and is designed to convert harmful pollutants in exhaust gases like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and hydrocarbons into less harmful substances before they are into the atmosphere. Question 96. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Minor road joins from right. B. Major road joins from right. C. Right turn ahead. D. No right turn. Answers is A. Minor road joins from right. This triangular warning sign indicates that a minor road joins the main road from the right. Be aware of traffic potentially emerging from this side road and be prepared to slow down. Question 97. What does this sign typically indicate? A. End of no overtaking for goods vehicles. B. No goods vehicles allowed. C. Goods vehicles speed limit ends. D. Goods vehicles must exit. Answers is A. End of no overtaking for goods vehicles. This white circular sign with a black diagonal stripe through the goods vehicle overtaking symbol indicates the end of no overtaking for goods vehicles restriction. Goods vehicles can now overtake if safe. Question 98. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Minimum speed limit 50. B. Maximum speed limit 50. C. Recommended speed 50. D. Distance to speed limit 50. Answers is A. Minimum speed limit 50. This blue circular sign with 50 indicates a minimum speed limit of 50, or you must drive at least 50, unless traffic conditions or safety dictate a lower speed. Question 99. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Beginning of additional lane right. B. Lane ends right. C. Right turn only. D. Road narrows right. Answers is A. Beginning of additional lane right. This blue rectangular sign indicates the beginning of an additional lane on the right side of the road. This usually means the road is widening, increasing capacity, or providing an extra lane for specific movements. Question 100. What should you do if you become drowsy while driving? A. Turn up the radio volume. B. Stop at a safe place for a break. C. Drink coffee and keep driving. D. Open windows for fresh air. Answers is B. Stop at a safe place for a break. Drowsiness significantly impairs your driving ability and reaction time. The only safe course of action is to stop in a safe, legal place, rest, or take a nap before continuing your journey. Coffee and fresh air are temporary fixes. Question 101. What should you do if you accidentally drive into a lane? A. Reverse back to the start. B. Follow signs and signals carefully. C. Stop and wait for help. D. Accelerate to get through quickly. Answers is B. Follow signs and signals carefully. If you find yourself in a system, remain calm and follow the signs, signals, and road markings very carefully. Lanes mean traffic is moving in the opposite direction to normal, requiring extreme caution. Question 102. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Traffic light ahead. B. Roundabout ahead. C. Emergency stop. D. Level crossing. Answers is A. Traffic light ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates that traffic lights are ahead. This gives drivers advance notice to slow down and be prepared to stop or proceed, depending on the signal. Question 103. What does this sign prohibit? A. Max speed limit 50. B. Minimum speed 50. C. End of speed limit. D. Recommended speed 50. Answers is A. Max speed limit 50. This red circular sign with 50 indicates a maximum speed limit of 50, or depending on context, but typically exceeding this speed is illegal and unsafe. Question 104. What does this mandatory sign indicate for cyclists? A. Cycle track compulsory for cyclists. B. No cycling. C. Cycle parking. D. Shared path. Answers is A. Cycle track compulsory for cyclists. This blue circular sign with a bicycle symbol indicates a mandatory cycle track. Cyclists must use this path if it is available rather than the main carriageway for their safety. Question 105. What does this information sign convey? A. Junction with additional lane on right. B. Lane closure on right. C. Road narrows on right. D. Right turn only. Answers is A, junction with additional lane on right. This blue rectangular sign indicates a junction where an additional lane joins from the right. Drivers should be aware of merging traffic and adjust their speed and position accordingly. Question 106. What is the purpose of rumble strips on a road? A. To improve grip in wet weather. B. To alert drivers to a hazard. C. To mark parking spaces. D. To reduce noise pollution. Answers is B. To alert drivers to a hazard. Rumble strips are raised or grooved patterns on the road surface, designed to alert inattentive drivers through noise and vibration. They are often used before hazards, junctions, or speed changes. Question 107. Why should you avoid harsh braking and acceleration in icy conditions? A. To save fuel. B. To prevent skidding and loss of control. C. To avoid engine damage. D. To warm up the tires. Answers is B. To prevent skidding and loss of control. In icy conditions, the grip between tires and the road is severely. Harsh braking, accelerating, or steering can easily cause the wheels to lose traction, leading to a skid and loss of control. Gentle inputs are key. Question 108. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Drawbridge ahead. B. Ferry crossing. C. River bank. D. Bridge under construction. Answers is A. Drawbridge ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates a drawbridge ahead. You should be prepared to stop if the bridge is opening or has traffic controls in place, and follow any instructions. Question 109. What does this sign indicate for all vehicles? A. End of 50 speed limit. B. New speed limit 50. C. Minimum speed 50. D. Recommended speed 50. Answers is A. End of 50 speed limit. This white circular sign with a diagonal black stripe through the 50 indicates the end of 50 speed limit. The national speed limits or a new posted limit will apply from this point. Question 110. What does this mandatory sign mean for pedestrians? A. Pedestrian track compulsory for pedestrians. B. No pedestrians. C. Pedestrian crossing. D. Footpath ends. Answers is A. Pedestrian track compulsory for pedestrians. This blue circular sign with a pedestrian symbol indicates a mandatory pedestrian track. Pedestrians must use this path if it is provided, ensuring their safety away from the main road. Question 111. What does this information sign indicate? A. Minimum speed in different lanes. B. Lane-specific speed limits. C. Recommended speed for. D. End of all speed limits. Answers is A. Minimum speed in different lanes. This blue rectangular sign shows minimum speed limits for different lanes. This helps maintain traffic flow and prevents slow vehicles from obstructing faster traffic, especially on motorways. Question 112. What is a vulnerable road user? A. Anyone over 70 years old. B. Pedestrians, cyclists, motorcyclists. C. Drivers of small cars. D. Anyone with a breakdown. Answers is B. Pedestrians, cyclists, motorcyclists. Vulnerable road users are those most at risk in a collision, having less protection than vehicle occupants. This includes pedestrians, cyclists, motorcyclists, and horse riders. Drivers should take extra care around them. Question 113. What is the purpose of reflective triangles or warning signs? A. To decorate breakdown area. B. To warn other drivers of hazard. C. To indicate vehicle for sale. D. To attract emergency services. Answers is B. To warn other drivers of hazard. Reflective triangles or warning signs are used to alert other drivers to a broken down vehicle or other temporary obstruction on the road, especially in poor visibility or at night. They should be placed a safe distance behind the hazard. Question 114. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Railway crossing. B. Multiple track railway. C. Tram crossing. D. No trains. Answers is A. Railway crossing. This triangular warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. You should slow down, look and listen for trains, and be prepared to stop if necessary before crossing. Question 115. What does this sign mean? A. No sounding of horn. B. Horn use compulsory. C. Road noise limit. D. Sound system prohibited. Answers is A. No sounding of horn. This red circular sign with a horn crossed out indicates no sounding of horn. It is typically found in residential areas, especially at night, to reduce noise pollution. Include. Question 116. What does this mandatory sign indicate? A. Road for shared use by cars and bicycles. B. No cars or bicycles. C. Cars give way to bicycles. D. Bicycle parking. Answers is A. Road for shared use by cars and bicycles. This blue circular sign indicates a road for shared use by passenger cars, and drivers and cyclists should share the space, exercising mutual respect and caution. Question 117. What does this information sign indicate? A. Minimum speed in lane. B. Recommended lane speed. C. Speed limit for this lane. D. End of speed limit. Answers is A. Minimum speed in lane. This blue rectangular sign indicates a minimum speed limit for a specific lane, usually the fastest lane on a multi-lane carriageway. Drivers should maintain this speed if conditions allow. Question 118. When are you allowed to use your hazard warning lights? A. When parked illegally. B. When stationary and warning traffic. C. To thank other drivers. D. When driving in fog. Answers is B. When stationary and warning traffic. Hazard warning lights should only be used when your vehicle is stationary and causing a temporary obstruction, or to warn other road users of a hazard ahead on a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway. They should not be used when driving in fog or for parking. Question 119. What should you do if you spill fuel on the road? A. Ignore it, it will evaporate. B. Inform the. C. Cover with water. D. Clean it with a cloth. Answers is B. Inform the. Fuel spills create a significant hazard, making the road extremely slippery and dangerous for other road users. You should inform the police or highway authority immediately so they can take appropriate action to clear it safely. Question 120. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Railway crossing. B. Single track railway. C. Tram crossing. D. Tunnel ahead. Answers is A. Railway crossing. This triangular warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. You should be extremely cautious, slow down, look and listen for trains, and be prepared to stop for multiple tracks and potential trains. Question 121. What does this sign typically restrict? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on days. C. No stopping on odd days. D. Parking for 1 hour on odd days. Answers is A. No parking on days. This red circular sign with a single diagonal line and I indicates no parking on days of the month I, E, the, etc. It helps manage parking in residential streets. Question 122. What does this mandatory sign indicate? A. End of shared use road for cars and bicycles. B. Start of shared use road. C. No entry for bicycles. D. Cycling prohibited. Answers is A. End of shared use road for cars and bicycles. This blue circular sign with a diagonal red stripe through the car and bicycle symbols indicates the end of road for shared use by passenger cars, and normal road rules apply afterwards. Question 123. What does this information sign convey? A. Max speed limit in different lanes. B. Minimum speed in lanes. C. Lane ends. D. Advisory speed. Answers is A. Max speed limit in different lanes. This blue rectangular sign indicates the maximum speed limits for different lanes on a multi-lane carriageway. It's crucial for drivers to adhere to these limits for safety and compliance. Question 124. What should you do if you hear an ice cream van chime while driving? A. Speed up to catch it. B. Be alert for children on road. C. Ignore the sound. D. Stop and buy ice cream. Answers is B. Be alert for children on road. The sound of an ice cream van chime often attracts children, who may run into the road without looking. You should slow down, be highly vigilant, and be prepared to stop suddenly. Question 125. What is the purpose of chevron markings on the road? A. To indicate parking spaces. B. To separate traffic lanes or islands. C. To warn of speed cameras. D. To mark cycle lanes. Answers is B. To separate traffic lanes or islands. Chevron markings are white V-shaped lines that separate traffic lanes or indicate areas like central reservations or refuge islands that should not be entered. They guide traffic and improve safety. Question 126. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Children crossing or playing. B. School entrance. C. Pedestrian crossing. D. Playground ahead. Answers is A. Children crossing or playing. This triangular warning sign depicts children, indicating an area where children may be crossing or playing, such as near a school or playground. You should slow down and be extremely vigilant. Question 127. What does this sign typically restrict? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on days. C. No stopping on even days. D. Parking for 1 hour on even days. Answers is A. No parking on days. This red circular sign with a single diagonal line and indicates no parking on days of the month I, E, the, etc. It helps manage parking in residential streets. Question 128. What does this information sign indicate? A. Change of direction on road with dividing strip. B. Road ends ahead. C. U-turn allowed. D. Dual carriageway. Answers is A. Change of direction on road with dividing strip. This blue rectangular sign indicates a change of direction on a road that has a central dividing strip. It often a bend in the road where the central reservation continues, guiding traffic flow. Question 129. What is the primary function of daytime running lights? A. To illuminate the road ahead. B. To make vehicles more visible. C. To save battery power. D. To indicate braking. Answers is B. To make vehicles more visible. Are designed to increase the conspicuity of a vehicle during daytime hours, making it easier for other road users to see it. They are not intended to illuminate the road like headlights. Question 130. When must you use dipped headlights during the day? A. When driving on motorways. B. In poor visibility e.g. fog, heavy rain. C. Always as good practice. D. When entering a 30 zone. Answers is B. In poor visibility e.g. fog, heavy rain. You must use dipped headlights during the day when visibility is seriously, such as in fog, heavy rain or snow, to ensure you can see and be seen by other road users. Question 131. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Cyclists leaving or entering. B. Cycle track ahead. C. No cycling. D. Bike race ahead. Answers is A. Cyclists leaving or entering. This triangular warning sign indicates that cyclists may be leaving or entering the road. You should be especially careful and look out for cyclists, especially at junctions or cycle paths. Question 132. What does this sign mean for vehicles carrying dangerous goods? A. No entry for dangerous goods vehicles. B. Dangerous goods route. C. Parking for dangerous goods. D. Warning dangerous goods. Answers is A. No entry for dangerous goods vehicles. This red circular sign with A vehicle and hazard symbol means no entry for vehicles dangerous goods. These vehicles must follow alternative routes to avoid sensitive areas. Question 133. What does this information sign indicate? A. Emergency stopping lane. B. Hard shoulder. C. Bus lane. D. Parking zone. Answers is A. Emergency stopping lane. This blue rectangular sign indicates an emergency stopping lane, providing an area for vehicles to stop in, typically on busy roads or tunnels where hard shoulders are absent. Question 134. What is the purpose of a filter arrow at traffic lights? A. To indicate a parking spot. B. To control specific turning movements. C. To speed up all traffic. D. To warn of a hazard. Answers is B. To control specific turning movements. A filter arrow at traffic lights allows traffic to proceed in a specific direction, e.g., turning right or left even when the main light for that direction is red, as long as it is safe to do so. This helps manage traffic flow efficiently. Question 135. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Cattle crossing ahead. B. Farm animals on road. C. Horse riding area. D. Animal park. Answers is A. Cattle crossing ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates a cattle crossing ahead. You should slow down and be prepared to stop for animals on the road, especially in rural areas. Question 136. What does this sign mean for vehicles carrying explosives? A. No entry for explosives vehicles. B. Storage. C. Warning explosives. D. Route for explosives. Answers is A, no entry for explosives vehicles. This red circular sign means no entry for vehicles explosive or flammable goods. Such vehicles must take alternative routes, usually away from residential or sensitive areas. Question 137. What does A sign indicating a place for U-turn mean? A, place for U-turn, B, no U-turn, C, roundabout, D, one-way street. Answers is A, place for U-turn. A place for sign indicates a area where U-turns are permitted. These are provided where U-turns can be performed safely and are legally permitted. Question 138. What is the purpose of road humps and chicanes? A, to improve road drainage, B, to slow down traffic, C, to create parking spaces, D, to guide pedestrians. Answers is B, to slow down traffic. Road humps, speed bumps, and chicanes, artificial bends, are traffic calming measures designed to reduce vehicle speeds, particularly in residential areas or near schools, improving safety for all road users. Question 139. What does this warning sign alert you to? A, wild animals crossing, B, pet shop ahead, C, zoo entrance, D, farm animals. Answers is A, wild animals crossing. This triangular warning sign indicates areas where wild animals, such as deer, may cross the road. You should be especially vigilant at dawn and dusk, reduce speed, and be prepared to stop suddenly. Question 140. What does this sign mean for vehicles polluting water? A, no entry for water polluting substances, B, water filling station, C, warning water pollution, D, route for polluting substances. Answers is A, no entry for water polluting substances. This red circular sign means no entry for vehicles water polluting substances. These routes protect water sources and environmental areas from potential contamination. Question 141. What does A sign indicating a U-turn zone signify? A, U-turn zone, B, no U-turn zone, C, parking zone, D, roundabout ahead. Answers is A, U-turn zone. A zone sign indicates a specific area where U-turns are permitted. Always check for other traffic and ensure it is safe before making the maneuver. Question 142. What is the correct way to merge onto a motorway? A, stop at the end of the slip road, B, match speed with traffic and merge, C, force your way into a gap, D, signal then merge without checking. Answers is B, match speed with traffic and merge. When merging onto a motorway, use the slip road to build up speed, indicate your intention, and match your speed to that of the traffic in the lane. Look for a safe gap and merge smoothly and safely. Question 143. What does this warning sign alert you to? A, road works ahead, B, construction site, C, speed camera, D, traffic congestion. Answers is A, road works ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates road works ahead. You should slow down, be prepared for temporary traffic management, lane closures, and potential hazards like loose surfaces or workers. Question 144. What does a sign showing direction of movement for goods vehicles straight indicate? A, direction of movement for goods vehicles straight, B, no entry for goods vehicles, C, goods vehicles must turn right, D, goods vehicles parking. Answers is A. Direction of movement for goods vehicles straight. This sign indicates the mandatory direction for goods vehicles, in this case, to proceed straight. It helps route large vehicles away from unsuitable roads or sensitive areas, improving safety and traffic flow. Question 145. What is the typical speed limit for a residential area without signs? A. 40, B. 30, C. 20, D. 60. Answers is B. 30. Unless otherwise by signs, the national speed limit in built-up residential areas with street lights is 30. Always be vigilant for pedestrians and children. Question 146. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Traffic congestion ahead. B. Roadworks. C. Accident. D. One-way traffic. Answers is A. Traffic congestion ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates traffic congestion ahead. Drivers should be prepared for slow-moving or stop traffic and increase their following distance. This sign helps prevent sudden braking. Question 147. What does this information sign indicate? A. Residential area living zone. B. City center. C. Village entrance. D. Tourist information. Answers is A. Residential area living zone. This blue rectangular sign indicates the start of a residential area or living zone. Special rules often apply, such as lower speed limits typically 20 and priority for pedestrians and cyclists. Question 148. What should you do before turning right at a junction? A. Move to the left lane. B. Signal right, check mirrors. C. Speed up to make the turn. D. Brake hard just before turn. Answers is B. Signal right, check mirrors. Before turning right, you should signal clearly, check your mirrors and blind spots, position your vehicle correctly in the lane or near the center line on a single carriageway, and wait for a safe gap in oncoming traffic. Question 149. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Other danger accident-prone area. B. Falling rocks. C. Road narrows. D. Road closed. Answers is A. Other danger accident-prone area. This triangular warning sign with an exclamation mark indicates other danger or an accident-prone area. It is a general warning, often accompanied by a supplementary plate explaining the specific hazard, prompting extra caution. Question 150. What does this information sign indicate? A. End of residential area living zone. B. Start of residential area. C. No entry zone. D. Town boundary. Answers is A. End of residential area living zone. This blue rectangular sign with a diagonal red stripe indicates the end of residential area or living zone. The specific restrictions or rules associated with the zone no longer apply, and standard road rules resume.